everyone, welcome back. Dev Spider Dracolin here again, starting our day 2 episode. So now that we've killed the deer god, we're going to go ahead and make our pickaxe at the workbench. And we're going to make this because of where we're headed to. This pickaxe is going to allow us to mine large stone rocks, so if you have stones in your way at your base, you can now remove them. It's also going to allow us to gather copper and tin. Tin can be found near the river inside of the dark forest. And copper can also be found there. It's large rocks. We'll go over that when we reach those. We also need to go into that forest to go into the barrows, and inside there we'll find the next marker to take us to the next boss, plus key pieces to get to the next level of gear, which will be smelting tin and copper into tin copper ingots, and then combining those into bronze. So we're moving into the Bronze Age. So again, come to this bench, make sure you've got your antlers on you and some wood, and then we'll craft the antler pickaxe. Alright, so we've crafted that. We're going to go ahead and slap that into our hotkey bar. We're going to store our antlers. We don't need those for now. And from there, while exploring, me and Dracolin have already found a barrow, so I'll show you on the map really fast. It's not going to apply to you unless you want the seed. If you want the seed, just drop me a comment and I can give you the seed, and then you'll have the same map that we do. So this first marker on my map right here at the bottom of the screen, that is our barrow. This other one's the troll cave that I found. So we're going to head over here and I'll show you what's in there that we need. Now these are going to be skeleton mobs, so bring blunt weapons. They work they're really effective on them, but also bring bows in case you run into a troll, so you can take them out from a distance safely. Alright everyone, so this is what we were looking for right here, where this deer is running in front of us. So whenever you see a small cave entrance looking like some kind of catacomb entrance, that's going to be the barrows. It's always found in the dark forest. Anything bigger than this, like a huge entrance for a cave, is 9 times out of 10 going to be a troll cave, and quite often it's going to have a troll in it and a lot of loot. So you will occasionally find the troll caves empty though. So we're going to go ahead and go in here. I'm going to hold a torch. We're going to let Dracolin take the lead in here so we can see what's going on, because these are really dark areas. So welcome to the barrel chambers. Alright, so down here we can find mushrooms. There's going to be loot on the floors, loot on the shelves, loot on the walls, skulls and bones everywhere. Here comes the skeleton now, 2 of them actually. Let me get my weapon out. And inside of here, you need to make sure that when you see skeletons coming at you, you go straight to the spawners. There's these skeleton bone piles that spawn the skeletons, and they will stack up on you really fast. And you can go up against 1-star archers. They're the most dangerous, and 1-star shield sword. Definitely a good time to not have friendly fire on. So like you saw on that mob there, anything can have multiple stars. Boar, deer, skeletons, it doesn't matter. They can all, and that just means they're even stronger. They're elites. Also another threat inside of here are ghosts. So make sure you keep your hit points and food up. Okay, yeah, right here you see this purple mist. That's a spawner. If you can get straight to it, go straight to it, kill the mobs that are around it. Dracolin, don't loot anything in there just yet. I want to go cover that. Alright, so this is why we came here. So these red orbs, these are surtling cores. You need these to build forges and to build, what's that thing called? A kiln? The coal maker? And that way we can get coal. This allows us to build the smelter and the charcoal kiln. Should have just grabbed it because it popped it up on the screen. Alright, so here on the table you can see we can get gold, amber. On the floor we can get amber. There's a chest here and they're scattered throughout. We can loot that. It's got arrows, more amber, and feathers in it. And there's also, like I said, nooks and cubbies on the walls. They'll have skulls and skeletons. And here's a chest here. And the loot's pretty much the same, so Dracolin's going to start grabbing some too, because it's a lot to carry out. I got this one. We're good now. You just, from here on out, just grab whatever you see. So that's all the loot you're going to find in these for the most part. You can find some rubies too. That's the only thing I can think of that we haven't seen just yet. And these yellow mushrooms that Drax's been picking up. And make sure that if you're playing multiplayer, everybody grabs at least one of each thing so that you can have it unlock whatever recipe it's related to in your inventory. Oh, that's all we got from this one? That's sad. Yeah, last time, guys, the last one we raided, we got 10 Surtling cores. Alright, so we'll see you guys in a minute. We're going to go take a look around, see what we find. Alright, guys, this is a troll. Really, really dangerous. Keep your distance. He will do a lot of damage. He's not the worst of the bunch, but he is pretty strong with our weak gear that we have right now. Unfortunately, Jacalin's busy with something that's just as dangerous for our current level, which is a brute and 5 Grey Dwarves. And this is why we said to make arrows, because you're going to need them for this guy. We're hitting him for 37. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, we just barely dodged that one. And of course, my special ability's down. It's coming handy right now. And now we're getting Grey Dwarf ads too, so make sure you watch out for falling trees. You definitely want to keep an eye on your food at this time because you want to keep your maximum hit points and stamina. So we're just going to keep guiding him, trying to keep our stamina up, dodging his attacks. Alright guys, so Drac just took out a brute, I just took out the troll. We are good to go. He's going to give us some troll skin. That's going to unlock the next level of armor for us. So right there, troll leather pants, tunic, cape, and a troll leather helmet. All in all, a really good fight for both of us. At this level, it can be kind of rough, especially solo like that. Right, so another thing like Jacalin's talking about here, these towers are full of loot. So you can come inside of these. Chests could be hidden, so make sure you look on top of everything and under everything. So here we got some gold coins, feathers, and some more flint arrows. And I want to say, if I remember right, you can bust these chests and get, yeah, there we go, coal, coal pellet, and sign. Well, that's the recipes we just learned because we got coal from that barrel we just broke open. Alright guys, so now that we have the new pickaxes, this is a copper vein. It's this giant rock, and of course you're going to get mobbed here a lot, so be ready. The way you can tell this rock apart from other rocks is if you look at it, you'll usually see like shiny metal parts in it. And that's the copper vein running throughout this stone rock. Now if we head down here to the river, I'll show you some tin really fast. And so while you mine that, you're going to get copper and tin. And you're going to want to smelt those and then combine them into bronze. And that's going to unlock your next level of recipes. And we'll go over the smelter and stuff once we get them built. We're going to have to actually find another one of those burial grounds to raid. So here's the tin deposit. Like I said, they're usually close to the water. They can be right in the edge of the wood line. I haven't seen any deep in the woods. Drac, have you seen any up there in the woods? Yeah, so usually they're down here by the coastline, either like on the beach itself or right near the edge of the wood line. So we're going to go ahead and mine this. Drac's up there grabbing some copper. The thing to note about ore, it's really, really heavy, and it takes a while to mine, so you'll see your pickaxe level going up. And my inventory's full, of course. Alright, so we just got the new material tin ore. Here comes the crow to tell us some kind of special message about it. Raw ore needs to be refined in the smelter before you can work it at the forge. To build a smelter, you'll need circling cores. Search for them in the dark places beneath the earth. So like I said, plenty of clues. Oh yeah, and I guess we can cover this too. So with the pickaxe, you can actually mine into the ground, and that's how you can build some really nice bases with moats and get them all squared up. And we'll go over that once me and Drak get into our final base build. Or not our final base, but once we pick our final location. So we finally finished going through and searching all these barrel mounds and the dark forest to find more and more barrel mounds. Let me go ahead and zoom out on my map so I can show y'all the different barrel mounds, barrels, whatever. I've labeled them different ways. So we went ahead and cleared all of these that they have a red X on them. Mark those clearly, so if you want this seed, you can have it. You can go find these. The ones that we haven't searched yet, those are troll caves. We still have a little bit of gray left on this continent before it's time to leave. But now we need to get into moving on to the Bronze Age. So like we talked about yesterday, or in the last session of this recording. So after raiding all those, we now have more of those Sultan cores. So I remember we have Dracolin 48. So you don't want to use all of them, and you shouldn't need all of them. So we're going to build 2 of the charcoal kilns and 1 of the forges, and that should be enough for now. Later on we'll expand that out into more. But you want to save some of those cores for something we'll find later on. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to try to place it all right here. It's not going to be pretty, but as long as it's functional, that's all we care about right now. So here's the smelter. You don't want to have that too close inside because it will smoke you out. You also need to have access to both sides of it, at least somewhat, so you can see it. And leave the front exposed. Normally we would sink this into the ground and the wall and make it look really nice and creative. But like I said, today it's all about functionality. And then here's Hugin to tell us some nonsense about something. You have built a smelter. Deposit your raw ore in this furnace. It will melt away all impurities, leaving you with a bar of refined metal to work at the forge. You'll need coal at the smelter. This can be produced by building a kiln and loading it with wood. You can also burn food, according to Dracolin. So we like to call that biofuel. I don't know. It's all natural, right, bro? Alright, so we need to build the 2 charcoal kilns. Now these are kind of fitting in weird here, so it's definitely gonna look really nasty. Well, first I'm gonna go grab some stone. Looks like I'm out. Okay, so as you can see though, these items take up a ton of space. So we're going to rotate this around. We're going to try to play with this and get it to fit. I know it'll go in here and... yeah, you got to get this one just right. And I'd like to squeeze another one next to it. Yep, right about there. You want to keep... keeping these... what am I missing now? Oh, I need another 5 more cores and 20 more stone. So we're going to squeeze this one into the side here. And that'll make easy access to fill these with wood. And to just load up the smelter the whole time. So as you can see here, we've also done a bunch of mining. So we've already got some coal stashed away in here. We have quite a few of these Sultan cores left over. And then we have a little bit of tin and copper. And I'm overweight. What can I get rid of? Alright, so let's go ahead and try to get this guy into here. So we've been getting attacked quite a bit by the forest. We've had 2 mass waves with brutes, shamans, and grey dwarves come. I had to solo one because Dracolin decided he had to sleep. Weak body that he is. You can't just abandon me like that, bro. Alright, so now that this is built, we can load these charcoal kilns up with wood. Which, I don't know if you're getting on you, Drak. It looks like you've been farming. So we'll just walk up to these and... wait. I should just press E to put wood in them, right? Yeah, so we aim at the hole right there and you can slap wood in there and it'll fit. And then just wait a second, you start seeing coal pop out, like right there. You grab that, it'll give you new recipes. We've already touched coal because Dracolin was kind enough to burn some wood. And we found some in barrels outside the towers. Alright, so once we get the coal, you're going to come over here and you can load it up into the smelter. It can hold 20 pieces of coal. And you want to keep these active, they burn wood really, really fast. So from there we can grab this ore. Now moving ore around is super painful. It's really, really heavy. Let's go ahead and see if we can't grab a stack of tin for now. And maybe this copper, 315, no we can't. Alright, so we load this guy on that side. On this side is where we put the ore in. It can hold it to 10. It takes a while, so make sure while you're working everything else, you're keeping it running. Alright, so if you're overweight, you see our weight's flashing right now at 365, and you want to split, say, a stack of this copper that we have, just hold down shift. You'll see the slide bar pop up, and you can adjust it to whatever amount you want. So we're going to just cut this down to at least 20. So as you can see here, we've got all these ingots popping out, tons of coal coming out. Everything's just working pretty quick here, so we're Going fine. We need to get some more ore stashed in there. Alright, so once this is finished and we get some copper, we'll actually put some copper here in a second, and then we'll cover what we're going to build next. Okay, everyone, so now that we have the forges working, we've got the tin and copper being produced quite rapidly. We went ahead and built a roof over this just to make sure it's good and out of the weather. We're kind of having some issues on these because you need to get oxygen and air to this, so as you see, they're cutting on and off, so we'll probably rip this roof off, but aesthetically it just makes it look better. Now then, we need to build the forge, which is the next crafting station. You're going to make sure that it connects to the other workbench and crafting stations, and that'll allow you to upgrade your gear to the next tier at level 4. Also, it's going to unlock a bunch of new recipes for us. So we'll get our hammer out, make sure you're inside of the circle, right click, come up into here. It's this little table looking icon. It's called the forge. Click it. And then we're going to lay it down right here. You want to keep it close to your ingots normally, or at least where you have chests, because you're going to need a lot of metal. So we're going to set ours out here. And then new crafting recipes. We get bronze sword, bronze knives, the sconce, the cauldron for cooking. And once we then go to the forge, it needs a roof. So I put it too far out, so let's move it again. Alright, here we go again. Let's try to place it. I really don't want to place it in those tight quarters there. I feel like that would just be bad. Maybe we could try to get it right here next to this chest. Maybe that'll count as enough roof cover. Okay, so like I said, so now we're right next to the forge. I'm not sure why that keeps cutting off. It's got to be just the smoke can't get out, maybe, is my thought. I don't know what your mom thinks about it. Definitely not rain, so. Yeah, because our kitchen did it when I made the first chimney, because I felt like it was too tight, too low, didn't have enough airflow. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and using the forge, we're going to make our bronze, so we can make bronze times 5. We can make just bronze, we'll just do one piece for now. And now our recipes we're just gonna get all the new armor, new weapons. You can see in here that we'll actually build all this here. Things to note: bronze nails will help with building certain items. The butcher knife is going to be specifically for slaughtering tamed animals. Besides that, moving on, we've got the bronze armor, which will be nice. It's going to take deer hide and 5 bronze pieces. Again, that means 5 tin, 5 copper. Oh, actually, that's 2 copper, 1 tin per bronze ingot, so it's rather expensive, especially when you have to mine copper and it takes forever. From there, the next thing you need to make a note of is the cultivator. It's for farming and tilling the soil. We've got carrot seeds that we found in the dark forest. We'll probably start planting and growing some of those. We've also got the bronze pickaxe. I believe this pickaxe is going to be better than the antler axe, if I remember correctly, because it can be upgraded, whereas the antler axe cannot. Besides that, the only other thing we're worried about in here is Drac wants a bronze sword, so he can start skilling that up, and I want the bronze mace so I can keep leveling up my clubs. So from there, we're just going to make nails. I think that unlocks another recipe. Yeah, so now we have wood shutter. The cart's crucial to allow us to move ore faster, because you have to go travel to get copper and tin, and it's super heavy. So we'll get the cart recipe, our resources put together, and build it and show y'all how it works, and we'll see y'all in just a minute. Alright everyone, so to make mining easier, like we said, if you want to go the copper bronze route and bring back the ore faster, we have a cart here. I say faster, it is still a little bit rough. So we're going to go ahead and build one of the, or 2 of these, I believe. So there's 1, and then there's 2. So we just run up to the carts, press E, they'll slowly fill up. They give us a lot more slots, and they can haul, I believe, I don't know, Drew Colin, you remember? I think they can haul as much as we can fit on them, but they aren't the fastest way to travel by any means. So to use the cart, you have to get into position, look at the handles, and then you can roll around with it like you see me doing as I get attacked by Grey Dwarf. We did go ahead and build the Stag Breaker Hammer. This thing is amazing for clearing out the tombs, or the burial grounds, because you don't have to go through the room, you can just walk towards it and it will kill them. Alright, so if you look at the handles again and press E, it'll put the cart down. And that, guys, is going to be how we get our ore and build our new armor and weapons. We do have Drac's bronze sword on us. I'll head inside to where there's light so we can see it. Sorry, we just had a world save, so the game just kind of jumped. And so we got the sitting log here too. This is a good place to rest. On top of a rug and everywhere else. We should get a bonus. We're at comfort level 6 now. So here's the stag hammer, in case anybody's wondering what it looks like. This one's upgraded to +2, +3, I can't remember. It does tons of knockback damage. It sends your enemies flying. It has piercing and blunt damage. It's a great weapon for skeletons. I'm going to tell you that when you get inside the barrel mounts. I wouldn't use it against a troll or anything else that attacks fast. Besides that, we stick to the handy dandy club. As you can see here, it's upgraded. It'll obliterate anything. I know it's just a stick, but hey, if it works, it works. And then we have Dracolin's new sword. That has not been used yet. So here's his bronze sword. It's all shiny in the firelight. And we'll give that to him once he gets done reworking this roof. That'll be his payment plan. He gets a bronze sword first. Still ain't done with this roof yet, bro? Well, guys, we're going to get back to gathering and farming and fixing this roof right here. I don't want to say you can skip copper and bronze, but because it does take a long time to gather it. And we went over where you can find the ore and what it looks like. So you can see how long it takes. You can only get like a stack at a time. We still need to build the pickaxes and upgrade them so that we can mine faster. And we're going to need cartloads and cartloads of ore if we want to get fully geared to the armor. For the next place we're heading, it would help a lot. The only thing is you'll get that armor, then you're going to immediately start farming for the next set. And it's also extremely time consuming. But we'll go over all that once we get there. Okay, Dracolin and I have been working really, really hard. We've finally gathered up a lot of copper and tin to finish building some more of the workstations. We each have a bronze weapon. I've got the bronze mace, he's got the bronze sword. We both have a bronze pickaxe each, which makes life much easier than the antler pickaxe. So with that, let's go ahead and grab 2 bronze ingots. We'll grab some wood. I can't remember if we need core wood or not. We'll grab 10 ingots. And that should be what we need. So I went ahead and broke down one of our fires so we can put the cauldron above that, because I'm pretty sure that's where it goes. So let me go ahead and set that up. So we're going to get our hammer out. And new crafting recipes, we can make jerky. Well, I'll have to open the screen. Make jerky, we can make some soups, stamina soups. Alright, so let's look at these recipes. We've got boar jerky, which is going to be 1 honey, 1 boar meat, which should give us more hit points. It lasts for 30 minutes, which is nice because most of our food runs out in 10 to 20 minutes. We can make mead-based minor healing potions, so health over time, health 50, so that's it, like a healing potion. We've got poison resistance potion, minor stamina potion. We've got the mead-based tasty, which I'm assuming is an ingredient we need to make something else, because it gives health regen negative 50%, stamina regen plus 100%. So that'd be good for mining. We've got the Queen's Jam. That gives us healing 2 hit points a tick, duration for 20 minutes, stamina 40, and health 14. So we're now getting into actual advanced cooking. And there's an upgrade button here. We'll get to that once we get some more stuff put together to where we can actually upgrade stuff. I'm not really sure what we can do there. I don't think me and Dracolin ever actually got into doing upgrades on this, if it's even possible. Alright, so the next thing we need to do, because Drac wants to upgrade his tower shield, he currently has the bone shield, is we need to get our workstations to the next level. So for that, we're going to build an anvil. So we come into here under our crafting tab, and here are the anvils. So it's forge improvement. It's 2 bronze, 5 wood. And we'll just set that right next to the chopping block. If it'll let me place it there. Yeah, there we go. We'll put it right here. And you can see all the gold lines running in between everything. So new station level, forge level 2 now. From there we need about 120 copper ingots and 60 tin so that we can make our armor, because it's 5 bronze each piece. So now in here we can upgrade stuff thanks to having our anvil put down. And from that we need to also gather up a bunch of nails as we get ready to build. Should be getting ready to build a boat soon so we can leave this continent to go to the next one. And then we'll get into some farming in a second. We've been gathering carrot seeds. You can find the carrot seeds inside the dark forest. For that we're going to need the cultivator, and we'll use that to set down some farming plots and plant our carrots. This is going to cost us 5 bronze and 5 core wood. To get core wood, you can, if you want to get it early on, you can put a workbench down next to the small lean-tos you find everywhere. Break them down. That'll give you core wood, which will allow you to build a stag hammer, and it'll give you unlock more recipes for you. You can also cut down pine trees in the dark forest, and that'll give you core wood. So what we need to do now to unlock more recipes is we need to make a bronze axe so we can cut down the higher level trees, and that should unlock the recipes we need to get to the boat, if I remember correctly. So we're going to go ahead and work towards that, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright everyone, so we went ahead and built the copper axe. You can see it here. It's pretty Viking looking. So now that we have the copper axe, we can come over here to this oak tree. Hopefully we don't mess up Dracolin's initial dock that he's building. So we're going to do this. We'll cut this down and see what kind of wood it gives us, and then we'll cut down a birch, and then that should give us some new recipes for the boat. Hopefully it doesn't roll into the water. Of course it's going to go straight to the water. And the oak tree is gone because we can't get out there to it. So I'll have to find another oak tree to test this on. But let's go up here to one of the birch trees. Alright, new material, birch tree seeds. New crafting recipes, fine wood bow, and I couldn't see the rest, it was too quick. We can build an aids now, which should be, wow, and we can build a portal. Tons of good stuff. There's the boat carve. Banners, more decorations, get our comfort levels up. Christmas stuff. Cartography table for the, I guess for the map, I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to try to find us another oak tree really quick that's not next to the water, that's going to just roll straight into it. Alright, round 2 guys, we're going to try to get this oak tree. It should be in a good location, we should be able to not drop it into the water, so let's see what we get from it. Alright, new material acorns, we'll grab those. And we got a runner. Alright, so it just gave us more fine wood, so I guess it's just a good source of fine wood. We didn't get any new recipes off of it, so it looks like it's the same as the birch. So let's get back to base and we'll take a look at all the new recipes and see what we can build. So we made it back to base, we grabbed some more fine wood on the way back, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. Real quick, while Colin's standing here, this is his new bone shield. He built that out of a bunch of bone shards and stuff. He really likes that tower shield. He can block trolls and the brutes with it with no problem. Alright, so let me get my hammer out, we'll take a look at that first. So in here we now have all kinds of furniture. We have presents, gifts, banners. What is this? An item stand? Okay, so like a shelf. So we can start hanging up our weapons and everything on the walls. See, so that's all the furniture that we have. What else do we have now? So no new building materials yet. Under crafting we now have the forge cooler. So we'll need to build one of those. That's going to be 10 copper and 25 fine wood. We have the fermenter. That's going to be 5 bronze, 10 resin, and 30 fine wood. And then we have the adze, A-D-Z-E. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. It's 3 bronze and 10 fine wood. And that's going to improve our workbench. So we're going to have to get some stuff smelted up and put together and see what we have, see if we can't get those laid out. Over here we now have the fine wood stack. So this is a good way to store materials. We have wood stack, fine wood stack, core wood stack, stone piles, coal piles. We can now make the wood dragon adornment, so getting more and more decorations for the building so we can make it look the way we want it. We have a cartography table. That's going to be 10 bone fragments, 10 fine wood, 2 bronze. Raspberries. We have the boat, the carve. That's what we're going to need to build. It's the first level. There is another one, and it's going to be 10 deer hide, 20 resin, 80 bronze nails, 30 fine wood. So it's going to take a minute for us to get all those resources put together. The ward emits a magic seal on nearby surroundings that prevents other players from constructing buildings or opening doors. So if you're playing multiplayer like we are and you have people you don't want maybe on an open server to mess with your stuff, you can put one of these down. The portal, now that's what's going to make life a lot better for us as we start traveling to other continents. It's going to allow us to teleport back and forth. You just have to build them to connect to each other. And besides that, it appears that is going to be our new recipes. Let's take a look into our workbench and our forge and see what we can come up with on those. So under the forge, I'm not seeing anything new here, just the same stuff we had before. And on the workbench, we can now make a tankard. So it's one-handed. It's got blocked and force on it, and parry and knockback. That's funny. And backstab. So I guess Colin can run around that and kill stuff. And then we have the fine wood bow. So that's going to be a lot nicer than our current bow, especially when we upgrade it. So we're going to want to make some of those. It's going to take 10 core wood, 10 fine wood, some deer hide. So we're going to get back to hunting some deer. Here's the bone tower shield. If you all wanted to build one of those, it's 10 bone shards, 3 skeleton trophies, 10 regular wood. And besides that, it would appear that that's all we have now. So me and Dracker can get to work on the boat and getting all of our bronze stuff put together to upgrade all these new workbenches and get them laid out. Well, everyone, we're getting ready to wrap up the episode. We've got some more decorations built up here to get our rescue level up even higher. So we're up to 15 minutes now. We've been gathering a ton. We went ahead and finished the cartography table. So if you come to this box, you can record your discoveries in it so that your other teammates and stuff can see it. So if Colin wants to, you can come over here and see everything I've seen. We've got the fermenter added in here, so you can make mead on the cauldron, and then you put it in the fermenter for it to ferment. So we're going to want more of those when we get to our main build, where we decide to do that. We built the other crafting enhancement, the aids, or ads, I guess I'm calling it aids. We also built the cooling forge, or forge cooler. to boost our forge table. From there, we've added on some more beehives. We've made ourselves copper armor, which I can go ahead and grab that out of the chest. We've gone ahead and upgraded to our fine wood bows and made them +4, so we can hit trolls for about 120 damage now. And then with the new armor, it's really shiny, but it makes you heavier and you lose sneak point. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that so you can see it. So that's the new armor. We also managed to kill a couple more trolls, so we now have troll capes. And from there, we're going to head down here to the river and drop the boat and call it the episode there. But once we get the boat dropped in the water, it'll be time for us to set sail and go check out other continents, which we'll probably do as soon as we get the boat in the water. The important thing to note while sailing is you control the boat using the rudder, and then if you look on the mini-map in the lower left corner, you can see an arrow. That's the current direction of the wind. It changes based on time of day, and I think storms and wherever you're located. So the first tier of boat is going to be the raft right here, and then the next tier is the one I'm about to build, and then there's a tier 3 boat. Hopefully I put this out far enough where we can get onto it and it's not landlocked. Which is another note to make. Jacal and I on our first playthrough, the first time we played, we built our boat, but it wasn't on the ocean, it was in a giant lake. So you might want to circle the map and make sure that you have a way out, which we're not even sure we can get out right here. We're just it's going to take a lot of navigating to try to get through the rocks. So with the hammer equipped, I've already grabbed the parts we need. So we need fine wood 30, deer hide 10, resin 20, and 80 bronze nails, and a workbench nearby. So we have the workbench built there. And let's see if we can get our boat. So we're going to angle it with the dragon head pointed forward and the rudder towards the back so we can go straight. And I'm going to drop it kind of out front. We might have to build to it a little bit more, jump out there to reach it. So you'll see it just hovering, same thing with the raft, and then you just left click and drop it in the water. And there's our first boat. Let me see if I can jump on it without dying. My swim level is really low, so I won't make it back if I fall in. Now, let me actually eat some food to get my stats up. And I panicked and missed the boat. Dracolin, come fix your dock. Make it better. I can't get to the boat. Okay, so I just ran out here onto it instead of jumping. So we do have storage on it, so we can open that with E. It's got 4 slots. The next tier has a lot more than that. From there, like I said, you come to the back to the rudder, and you can use the rudder to sail forward. You can hold fast here if you're just a crew member. Let go of that. You can sit on a stool too if you're a crew member, just kind of ride. I don't advise jumping on the boat if somebody else is driving because you will fall off. And we can use this to do something exciting and fun, like hunt for the giant turtle that's a floating island pretty much, and he has specialty ore on his back, and we can go after the sea serpents. So if we press E to use the rudder, and then you just use W to speed up and down, and you can see the wind gauge on the right now below the minimap. I actually don't want to take the boat out, and it has reverse too, so we can kind of back up, which I'm going to back up just a little bit so we can get out of the boat. And if I remember correctly, we have to be careful with it because when storms come, we can... I don't know why it's still going backwards. But when storms come, we can... oh yeah, I think if we just let... if I remember right, if we just let go, yeah, it stops. Okay, so we're good. But I want to say if a storm comes, it can actually damage the boat by slamming it into everything. It's just like with your carts, where you pull them around when they're bouncing. You can damage those, they'll break, and everything will fall off of them. But now that me and Drac are ready to go and cruise with our new boat, we're going to call the episode there. Alright guys, well, we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. As always, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. We'll get back to those as soon as we can. Thanks for hanging out.